Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 4am Crew podcast. I'm Colton here, and I'm joined, as always, by Dom and Cole. If you guys like these podcasts, please make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, and give us a follow on our social medias right down here. And go ahead and give us a listen on iTunes or Spotify or anywhere that you really listen to podcasts. What's going on, guys? How have you guys been?
We haven't recorded a podcast in about a week because we had two with Grant. So
Yeah, man. Which, by the way, thank you for all the support on those podcasts. It really means a lot. And
yeah, into
we
our
made a few new subs, so if you guys are new, welcome to the crew. We appreciate you.
we actually got a bunch of new people, and his podcast actually did really well. So I guess people really
it
liked
might
it.
have, in my opinion, it kind of did better than Sir Bennett John. It kind of did.
Video low-key slept.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that, Dom? How do you feel? How do you feel about Grant's podcast compared to Ben's? Because you were on one of them, and the other one you weren't.
I was on one of them. So I'm going to have a bias. I think the one I was on was pretty good, man. With Grant, I think Grant did a pretty good job. I'm not going to hit on Ben. Ben did a great job, too. They're both doing pretty well, but unfortunately, Ben was a few weeks earlier. We're starting to pop off these last couple of weeks, so Grant's just going to keep going up.
Everybody's in quarantine.
Every guest now in here, there is a bar being set, and we are trying to get higher and higher and higher, and hopefully you get those up higher and higher and higher. Otherwise, you won't be back on the show.
I just wonder how our views are going to look when quarantine is over, because I think that's kind of boosting it up a little bit.
Watch quarantine.
Has shit to do.
Quarantine's going to be here a while, boys.
But imagine, or the only thing that I liked Ben's better than Grant's was Ben wasn't frozen. No, Ben wasn't frozen. Grant
the second
was
part of
frozen.
Funny as fuck.
He's got that worse than fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi. So that was probably the only thing. But
You ever used McDonald's Wi-Fi? How do you know it's not banging?
True.
I mean, that's the meme. Everybody uses McDonald's Wi-Fi when they're fucking buns.
Yeah, I feel like no one's used McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going there for the Wi-Fi.
Are you bringing your PC or your PS4 to McDonald's and testing that out?
No, but people have.
I mean, if they did it and they're still gaming on it, I think it's good enough to work it, man.
True. I guess.
Don't hate on McDonald's Wi-Fi, man.
So one of the first topics we wanted to get into was it came out right after we recorded Grant's podcast, which was last Tuesday.
Something like that.
Since the whole quarantine thing's going on, people kind of just brushed it under the rug. The government released tapes of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, but they didn't call them UFOs. Called unidentified flying objects because they didn't know what it was. But
dude, they didn't even look like UFOs. One of them looked like a Fortnite umbrella. It literally just had a circle and then a line.
Wait, hold on. Did you say they didn't call them UFOs?
No, they didn't call them UFOs. They literally specifically said
they called them
unidentified flying objects.
Cool.
Wait, do you know what UFO stands for?
No, but they didn't call it an actual
letter of each word.
No, but
U,
okay.
F.
Or no, that's not what it meant. That's not what it meant. That's not what it meant. That's not what I meant.
Cliff
I meant
Channel,
they didn't call it aliens. That's not what That's what I meant.
There you go.
Not you. Why did I say UFO? That's what I had written down. That's what I had written down. But yeah, no, they call it UFOs, but they didn't say UFO. They said unidentified flying object, and they didn't say aliens. So because they couldn't. If anybody watched the tapes, which if you haven't, you can just look up. Pentagon releases tapes, but what?
I don't know if I lean more towards that those are aliens, but
shit though. For 2 seconds, you're just like, they didn't say UFOs. Is it unidentified flying objects? That's like someone coming and saying they didn't say the NBA season was starting. They said the National Basketball Association was starting. God damn it!
I don't know why I had that in my notes, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about the them releasing that though, and then people not really just brushing it off?
I don't really think that they're aliens. Yeah, I don't think they look like aliens to me. They look more like some type of I don't even want to say weaponry of a foreign country if they're unidentified. They just have to be foreign in some way. They're probably like a fucking $30,000 Japanese drone or some shit, and then they're just flying around.
$1,000 Japanese drone.
I don't know. They probably emailed them, and they were like, or however government gets in contact with other governments, they probably talk to them, and they're like, the Japanese were like, oh yeah, those were ours, man. We sent them out. Like, they're not. I don't think they're fucking aliens.
If it's unidentified, it means they don't know what it is. I mean, is it aliens? Maybe, but does this mean it's aliens? No. I mean, that's why no one's making a big deal out of it. Everybody's known UFOs have been there. It's just finally the government finally saying, yes, there's fucking UFOs. You guys were fucking right. Holy shit! Congratulations.
Well, the
And
tapes,
me,
the
like,
tapes
being
were
a
already
skeptical prick
previously
right here,
released.
I know, but
believe
they
in
didn't
aliens. I just don't want to
quantify
say
them
that
as
those
UFOs.
in particular are aliens. 'Cause
Yeah.
Now they're finally saying it. I mean, we've known this for a matter of how many fucking years.
Imagine if they release it, like, oh my god, guys, look at these fucking aliens, and then it turns out they're just like fucking drones. And they're
Well,
like, oh,
those things were traveling really fast, though.
yeah, they were.
And they were making weird moves and shit. I don't know. It's weird, but the tapes are, I think it was 2004 or 2006, and then one was in 2016.
I'm leaning more towards some type of spying equipment by a foreign nation more than aliens. Like, I don't think it's fucking aliens. Let's be honest. I don't.
I think it's
But-
aliens.
I think
And
I think
believe
it most
in
likely
aliens.
is.
I believe in aliens, but I don't
Yeah,
think it's
totally.
aliens from
If you don't believe in aliens, you don't realize how big the world is.
Yeah, and I don't think
Yeah,
that
that's
not
fast.
even the
If
world,
you don't
but the
believe in
fucking
aliens,
galaxy.
then the universe is so big. If you don't believe that, that's
You're kind of dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah. that's unbelievable to think that you don't think aliens are real if you fucking know this.
mean, how
How
does
should
you
we fucking see an
You had to-
alien though? Like, there's so
It could
many
be,
like
Well,
ways people have portrayed aliens. Like, are they the green guys with the big eyes? Are they like, do they look like humans or look a little different? Or are they just like fucking look like machines that are gonna destroy you? Like, I want to know what they look
I
like.
kind of feel like they
So they're
look
just like little microscopic fucking dickwads that don't have anything to do with anything. Like, nobody knows.
I think they look just like us, but we can't tell that they look like us.
I
What, you
think
think they're
that
living with us on Earth?
I think that they've been, like, because with all the Area 51 and shit like that, people say that there's already aliens. I feel like if aliens are real, they've already been here and they're here, but we don't know. Like,
I feel like
they
I
look like
believe
normal
that.
people to us, is what I think.
I feel
Okay.
like I believe that there are some that look like us, but I believe that there's some that may just be like little, like tiny microscopic fucking organisms. And
So you
don't-
think there's like multiple like species of aliens? Like,
like
okay,
there-
I
there's
see
just like
that. I see that.
multiple plants. Like, look at Earth and look how many fucking species are. Like, if a fucking
Yeah,
alien
I
came
feel
down
ya.
and was a bird, he was like, "Oh shit, that's an alien." Like, he doesn't know what the fuck that is. Like,
Yeah.
that's the same thing with us going up there or some shit.
I have two
Huh.
reasons for my thing to be believable, and it's for the both theories of evolution. If all things evolve the same and they go up through the same cycle, then they should all evolve and look the same eventually. And then if it's for God, maybe this one couldn't be as true because God makes everybody different, but God is still making people, so they should look somewhat relatively the same in some way. That's how I
Yeah.
see it. But I don't know. I just thought it was weird that nobody looked at it and just like brushed it over, though.
I feel like I'm going really more with Colton. Like, I've watched too many movies not to think there's a lot of species of aliens. Like, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy, man. You know how many different species of aliens are in that? I watch Rick and Morty, all right? There's aliens all over, and they're all different, man.
Dude, I just got done playing Trover Saves the Universe, and it was made by like the people that made Rick and Morty, and now it's like, dude, there's so many fucking species of aliens, and I don't care what anybody says. And like I said, if an alien comes down here, he sees a bird, he's like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, there's an alien. Like, he doesn't know what
I
that's.
wonder if they, I wonder if they,
Or if he sees a
see,
dog,
like,
he's like, holy fuck.
or if anything on their, like, if they live on planets or what the fuck.
Oh, yeah. Do you think there's, like, alien animals?
Yeah,
Or
like,
they're not
I wonder
called
if they
animals,
like
they're
see
just
a,
aliens.
Yeah, I wonder if they see a bird and they're like, "What the fuck is that thing?" Because I don't know, or even if they live on planets or they live on the fucking sun.
Yeah, but we see
But
animals
going
as, like,
back to
animals
your-
and, like,
oh.
shit. But do the aliens see other, like, animals, like alien animals, or they see them as aliens?
Cool. If going back to your theory though, if
Hold on,
say an alien that looks like a human, do you think they have like animals that look like our animals on their planets, or do you think that?
I'm not. I I think they'll look different.
Do you even think they have animals?
I don't know. They're probably just fucking highly. They're probably just AI, to be honest. Like basically AI.
I think they'll think about what we think of animals as like, because our animals are at the bottom of the food chain and we're at the top.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be that same to them. They'll think of them as like an animal, as like their food, but we're just the higher species, so we call animals like.
Gotcha.
I feel like it'd be like that. Also with that, do you feel like aliens are gonna be smart, or do you think we're gonna be smarter than them?
Smart as fuck.
I don't know. I kind of feel
in our
like
lifetime, they're smart as fuck, and they're way more advanced than us.
Dude, if you're telling me that the government doesn't know what these unidentified flying objects are, and the movements and the shit that they do are crazy, and we cannot replicate it, they're way ahead of us already.
I'm just saying that it takes how many light years to get to like.
And if we haven't found them, and those motherfuckers are already here, you know how advanced it is. We can barely get to Mars. These dudes are going through galaxies.
Right, they're coming like from a different like fucking galaxy, and then we're just like, oh shit, guys, it's Mars.
Right, like they're probably just going to like black holes. They're making their own fucking little portals
through space. There have been planets that are literally Earth found in other fucking like galaxies.
But I feel like our solar system is old though compared to when the universe was created, because I just looked that up, that the universe was dated to be 13.8 billion years old, and our solar system is 13.2 billion years old. So that makes me feel like it's hard to believe that they'd be too far ahead of us.
I don't know though, man. Like these UFOs are insane. Like the speed and movements, like holy crap! Like we haven't come close to that.
You gotta
That's
think
already advanced.
Our planet has slowed the fuck out of science, like slowed it down so much. If like say like there's been a planet that just hasn't had any form of religion, and they're just like devoting all their time to science.
We're too busy building nukes
to kill each other.
Really spent like 2 cents.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, we're gonna have to cut it there.
What just happened? Is he cutting out? Oh, I hope it doesn't fuck with the fucking names.
No, I won't. No.
And
are you back? Are you back?
Yeah, you cut out big time.
You cut out for like a minute.
Oh.
It's good. We're fine. We noticed it before before anything went deep.
Alright.
Yeah, you were kind of like a little bit bad, and then it got just like you froze completely.
Oh. Yeah,
you're fine now, though.
Check. I don't know. Alright, where were we?
We were talking about aliens being more advanced than us.
Yeah, you were talking about religion, Colton.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So just go in with it, and I'll know when to cut it.
All right. So like, say like in like Middle Earth, like not Middle Earth, I'm fucking stupid. But in like the time of like Alfred the Great or like the Anglo-Saxon era, like all they did was focus on religion. They didn't focus on any type of science at all. And like that was like over the span of like 200 or so years. Like imagine there's like planets that probably don't even have religion, and like they're just like devoting those 200 years that we could have spent on science, and like they're like 200 years more advanced than us right now.
That's actually really true. I never thought about something like that. Like there's times where we're just using like
religion has slowed down like science.
Well, I believe that could be true too. But what about the opposite of that too? What if people are truly only religion, and they have no science, and they just go off of that, and they're behind us?
They're all just fucking nuns that have
that's all right and stuff, but like these UFOs, whoever makes these UFOs are dedicated to science pretty much, dude, because these things are insane.
I don't know. Because I've even heard like, not to go in, I don't want to go too deep in this before, so we can go into a different topic, but there's even like, I don't know if Ben talked about this conspiracy, but that who landed on the moon? Something Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong?
Okay, I was going to say Lance. No, I was going to say Lance. But Neil Armstrong, when he landed on the moon, there was like a break in the connection, and then he's seen like eyes or something like that on the dark side of the moon, and then the audio came back the video came back once he like looked away from it. I don't know.
Spooky as fuck. Hope that's not true, but
And they were already watching us. But
He probably saw the craters and like, oh fuck, ice, and then they got
What do you
closer.
think those UFOs, if they are aliens, are like over Earth, are doing? Like, what do you think they're here for? Like, just taking the scenic route home, or like watching?
depends on.
Fucking observing us?
I don't think they've been here long. If they have been, or because I don't think we've seen them in the past. Well, our technology hasn't been good enough to see them for
That's
200
true.
years. I think we've only seen them for maybe 100, maybe
Well,
150.
these particular UFOs or what?
Just
in general?
being able to tell anything outside of Earth. So they could have been here for a while, or they could have just came here in like the last.
Imagine if like these aliens in general came, like the ones in the pictures came, like back in like the Alfred the Great era and like the Anglo-Saxon shit, and they were like, oh fuck, let's like help them out and shit with like all this like technology and stuff,
Aliens
and then
with
like
pyramids.
and then they came back and then they were like, oh, the fuck happened? Like they see TikTok and they're like, all right, they got everything they need, and then they just leave.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't want to go. We kind of went deep into that, but I just didn't want to stretch too far out of that. I just thought that was. I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't have blown
Nah,
that off.
it's a legit thing.
But like, yeah, I also feel like people blew it off because there's nothing you can fucking do about it until it actually happens. But kind of stemming into like talking about aliens and shit, because some people think of the movies that aliens have like special abilities and shit. If you could choose one ability in like or like superpower or anything, what would you choose?
I'd probably go with like max, like unlimited IQ. Like that'd probably be like what I would
be the
go.
smartest person ever.
Yeah.
You can make some shit to get you some money.
Yep.
But I wonder if you could think of something to keep yourself alive forever if you're the smartest.
True.
Would you want to be alive forever, though?
Or would you only
No.
or would you only be the smartest person, or you would only be a little bit smarter than the smartest person?
I think you'd be like the smartest person in the world by a long
like
shot.
Stephen
By a long
Hawking, but
shot.
like imagine like 20 Stephen Hawkings.
Well, the smartest person on Earth's like a 20-year-old, and he's got like a 270 something IQ.
Fucking IQ test.
But I don't know. That'd be.
Okay.
I feel
Who
like
takes them bitches, man?
I feel like
I don't even-
being.
Have
able
I
to-
ever taken an IQ? I don't know.
How do you even take one? Like, I see all these fake ones on the internet. How do you take an official IQ test to get
You
it
just go to
documented?
like Harvard or some shit. Be like, yo, I'm smart. Like what?
I don't think anybody's like legit taking IQ tests like legit in like years.
Do you know if there's like actual like who would like who would give those out? Like, do they just give out IQ tests like randomly? Like, what the
There's
fuck?
probably an organization that does it. But back to the topic. I would choose probably being able to hear or see what people think or hear it. I don't know how the fuck you say that.
Telekinesis? Read their
but
minds?
Read their Why did I?
You make things. I was like, you're
Jeez.
trying to see their thoughts like a comic book. The clouds with the dots coming out their damn head is like that. Like,
Well,
what?
actually, would you? Well, with telekinesis, you just know what they said. But do you hear it or do you see it?
You hear it in your head.
So how would that work if you're in like a
You look
party?
at them.
Okay, you look at them.
You focus on them, and then it just comes to you.
Wait, so you're staring at them?
Well, you don't have to, but you gotta like have some sort of connection to them.
Yeah, if I saw somebody like just staring at me, I'd be like, yo, you reading my mind, dude?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
That's the first thing I think, man. Holy shit, he's reading my
But that
mind.
would be weird that you would have to like somehow stare at them in some way or touch them or something.
Be like, just give them a nice little shoulder touch. Be like, what's up, man? How you doing?
That's like
And then they'll be like, I'm doing good. And then inside their brain, you just hear, I have crippling depression. You're like, you're not doing good, dude.
It's just memes going on in his head. All right, what would you choose, Dom?
That's like half what the population would do. Though you like look at half of these fucking people. Like you look at the TikTok generation, and they're all just gonna be like, the
You just touched Charlie D'Amico's fucking shoulder, and you just hear
D'Amico?
renegade,
D'Amico.
oh
renegade,
yeah, renegade.
That would be
Fuck
funny though.
TikTok.
Fucking just hearing a bunch of memes in people's heads.
Fuck TikTok. Give us Vine back.
All right, what would you choose, Dom?
I'd shapeshift, man.
That'd be
You could
dope.
fucking trick so many people, and you could change it into whatever you want. Like, say you want like a free meal. If I'm in New York, I'm changing into one of their most famous sports players. Meals on the house, man.
Dude, why wouldn't you just turn into the owner?
Or the worker.
True. See, you guys are starting to think too. Or you can just turn into an animal and like rip shit to shreds.
Okay, but
Okay.
You can murder somebody in someone else's body and make them go to jail.
what if you decided to turn into like a
That'd be
fucking...
fucked.
What if you decided to turn into like a fucking piece of grass and then somebody mowed you over?
Why the fuck would I
I
turn
don't know. I'm
you
trying to
turn
think
into
of
a
like a
piece of
Hear a
grass?
lawnmower come and just keep being the piece of grass.
I'm trying to think
Either
of...
way,
Oh, well,
you're-
then you're just
if
going to
you're a
shapeshift into a fucking
Your
full
first
human.
thought is like gonna be, wow, I want to be grass.
Says
I don't know. I was trying to
first-
think of like a bad way to be having shapeshifting.
Who
I
would
mean-
you shapeshifting in a bad way though?
I can lean
And
into.
how would you shapeshift?
I can lean into the next topic and then give you an example.
How would you shapeshift?
Like, do you touch it? Do you like have to? Like...
No, you just think about what you want to shapeshift into and you turn
I
it
can
into it.
I can lean into the next topic and give us a bad example of shapeshifting.
What's a bad example of shapeshifting?
You could turn into a bee and get fucked by a Japanese hornet.
Jesus. I mean, that actually kind of was a good
You'd
transition.
be like, bro, I've always wanted to be a bee, and then you just hear this Japanese hornet. You think they speak Japanese, like in bug language?
I don't think bugs speak any English, Spanish, Portuguese,
let's pretend that
Chinese.
They do speak
All
a
right,
language,
and
I
they-
bet.
All right, let's just pretend that they're that one dude from Family Guy, and you just hear, "Hey yo, I'm gonna sting you."
Mind if I buzz on over here? But, that was actually a good transition. But I don't have any... What did you have to say on those fucking Japanese bees?
Oh yeah, these hornets.
Or
First of all,
hornets.
don't say bees. These Japanese hornets that have been terrorizing Japan and other Asian countries have now been found in Washington. That's scary because they're fucking scary.
Like Washington.
How
or
much
Washington,
bigger
DC.
are they? Like, are they the size of a hornet? or are
They're
they
about
bigger?
1.5 to 2 inches.
Dumb.
So they're about a hornet. They're as big as a hornet.
They're like the size of your thumb.
Yeah, so they're as big as a hornet, but they're just worse.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're fucking insane.
Yeah,
Dumb.
because they can just sting multiple times.
What's up,
Is it
Paul?
like Washington State or Washington D.C.?
State?
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
weird. Why would they be there?
That's fine.
I don't know. Maybe some Japanese brought them across, man, and was like, "Fuck Americans."
Yeah, they're. I don't know. They do some weird shit, bro.
Like, we haven't gotten enough from that side of the country.
Yeah. Just wait. Just wait.
Isn't that like one of the
Pearl
worst
Harbor
places
was
that
bad
are
when they
infected
did that
with
shit.
corona,
When they
too?
brought over these fucking hornets, we're gonna bring something even worse.
Isn't
All right.
Seattle like one of the worst like infected places with corona too? Now they got fucking like killer fucking hornets on there.
Well, it'll stop people from going
No
outside.
idea. Yeah, dude. If those things came here, I would not go outside, dude. They're insane. Like, I watched a video on YouTube where 30 of those hornets took out 30,000 bees in a matter of hours.
Yeah, they killed 40 bees and
30,000.
bro.
How many times can they sting, though?
Unlimited, right?
Unlimited times. They can sting as many times as they want. Their stingers don't come out. They just
So then,
chap, 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 chap.
how do you fucking kill it?
Smash the fuck out of it.
Hey, take a sledgehammer to
So
its head.
it's just the top, like, bee or hornet? There's nothing...
Yeah, for sure.
Have you seen a
no-
more scary one?
Well, like,
'Cause
because
I sure as fuck have.
bees, hornets, and wasps... Or, I don't know about hornets, but I know bees and wasps, once they sting enough, their stinger comes out.
Oh, not these motherfuckers, dude.
I don't know about hornets, though. I don't know if hornets...
Dude, these motherfuckers are like sponges. Like they can just like their stinger falls off, they're probably just grow another one and just fucking keep stinging your ass.
Screw on another one. They don't even use their stingers to kill like other bugs though. They have like a fucking tooth, dude, and it just fucking rips them in half. They rip their heads off. They rip the bees' heads off, and then they go into the hive and they kill every single bee, and they take their larvas, like the bee larvas, and they give it to their fucking like little ones to eat.
No, I would be like, oh my god, poor bees. But honestly, fuck bees because they sting too and they're mean too.
They only sting if you mess with them.
Yeah, and who the fuck doesn't mess with a bee?
Me? Because I'm not stupid.
Well, you're not fun. Okay,
So you'd rather have the bees die and like it screws all the crops up in pollination, and then have these hornets go all across the United States eventually and just fuck you in the ass every time you go outside?
It's not like they're gonna kill every fucking last bee.
No, but they'll fuck up some shit for sure.
They'll fuck some shit up, dude.
Wait, have they mated yet? Are there like thousands of them, or they're just like?
They're not sure, but they're starting to spread across the state of Washington. They found them like further and further.
Oh, imagine if they crossbreed with like a fucking wasp and they just turn into this super insect.
They're already a super insect. What do you mean?
No,
It's probably what happened.
Like
a wasp and a
super
hornet
insect.
fucking made a baby, and that's what it was.
Dude, yeah, it's insane. Those
But
2 inches. People described it as like thumbtacks, but like burning hot metal thumbtacks repeatedly getting jabbed inside of you.
So it's like, oh, that would suck.
I looked it up, and it said that. Actually, I thought wasps. When they stung you, they died, but they're like those. They can just sting multiple times.
Yeah.
It doesn't say hornets can die from it either, and they can do the same. So it sounds like it's a mix between that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, hornets are fucked.
It's a hornet on crack, dude.
I think it seems like a hornet and a wasp together, actually. Honestly, could happen.
I mean, that's what happened, man. It's definitely what
Imagine
happened.
if like a male wasp mistaked his stinger for his dick, and then he like put it in there. He's like, and then the female's just like, ah!
Okay,
I bet that happens
was...
a lot. Like, what? I don't know.
But nah, dude, those things are scary. They kill about 50 people in Japan a year.
And then also, one of the facts that we were going to talk about was, what was it? One can kill 30 to 40 honeybees.
That's fucking
insane.
insane.
A minute. That's
kind of dope.
That's like a school shooter, man. That's school shooter stats.
The
Kill whole
leaderboard
class
right
and-
here.
That's actually like really advanced school shooters. Like if you think about it, they can kill 30,000 bees an hour. That's like saying like when Katrina came and everybody had a shelter in the Superdome. It's like one guy going in there with a gun and just taking everybody out.
Why are we comparing bees to fucking school shooters?
I'm just trying to tell you, like in human perspective, it has to be a gun to take that many people out.
Nicholas Cruz was low key a fucking hornet.
I mean, I'm just telling. I'm trying to put it in like human perspective, like how insane that is.
But I definitely feel like it'll fuck up a lot of shit if they spread. Plus, I don't want to fucking deal with them big ass wasp hornet. Like,
But I
fuck
already
that.
hate wasps and bees enough, dude.
But so wait, because hornets go underground, wasps make nests up above. What the fuck does that thing make?
I
Hornets
don't
make,
want to fucking know because if I see it, I'm leaving.
hornets make nests. Have you never seen
No,
a hornet's
no,
They
nest?
can make nests and burrow. They can
Yeah,
burrow
they
and make
burrow.
nests.
Well,
I
I've
have a
only
hornet's
seen
nest
them
in my
burrow.
basement.
What do Japanese hornets?
Dude, but they're insane. Like I heard a story where like a tourist was going on, like tourists were going on tour, like a tour guide, and they accidentally like went close enough to one of their like burrows or hives, and they attacked the three of them. But the tour guide tripped, so the tourist got away, but the tour guide got fucking like stung to death, and they stung him for 2 days while he was dead. They still stung his dead body.
Is that recently or like
I don't know,
when?
it was in Japan. I don't know when though.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
And
like
it took days for them to rescue his body because whenever medical personnel got close enough, they'd get attacked.
Imagine what was the one movie where like the bee went into his ear
What?
and like he like stung his brain or some shit. Do you know what I'm talking about? Imagine if it was like that, like a bee went into your fucking ear.
I've never heard that in my life.
You've never seen that movie? I don't remember what it's called or what it's fucking about, but when you were talking about bees, I just remember that scene where the fucking bee went into his ear and stung his fucking brain.
Stung his brain?
Yeah, it was so unsatisfying to watch.
Yikes.
Yeah, it says just the hornets make their nests in forest or low mountains, but avoid
Alright.
higher elevations and flatlands. So we're chilling.
Yeah, Illinois is good. I'm guessing I'm living in cornfields the rest of my
We're
life.
in the flattest fucking area in the U.S. So.
True.
Um.
Fuck that.
Uh,
Fuck
Back to the
that.
daytime?
back to what?
Back to the daytime?
All right, read us that fact of the day, Colton.
This is a really fucking interesting one. That was the first thing that came up when I looked up Fact of the Day, so I mean, it's gotta be legit.
So it's super unoriginal, huh?
Yeah, it's really unoriginal, just like all the other ones. So, An adult toad, get this, eats at least 100 bugs a day. Every day.
That's a shit ton of bugs.
That is a lot of bugs.
That's why toads are fucking fat.
Yes, it is.
That's crazy. 100 fucking
They're
bugs.
fat and ugly, and it's because they eat 100 bugs a day. Frogs are in shape. Toads are fucking fat. Lizzo.
Yeah.
Toads are Lizzo.
They both fucking leap far as shit, though.
Toads are Lizzo. Lizzo's low key.
I would tell you, though, if I could eat like 100 meals a day, I would. Shit, that sounds nice as fuck, dude. How do they have time to catch 100 bugs a day? They just sit here all day with their tongues like...
They legit just sit there all day. They sit in the sun and then
they don't have a daily job? Wow.
Toads are Lizzo.
Their daily job is fucking eating and surviving.
Like, what if they have a family?
They fucking eat for themselves. How would you feel if you caught a bug and they had to give it to somebody else? You'd be kind of pissed.
How would you feel if you had to eat fucking bugs your whole life?
I mean, that's his meal. He's probably used to it. Probably tastes great to him.
That's probably like a fucking steak dinner.
Crickets, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he eats 100 of them. There's probably
like,
special bugs that taste like their steak dinner.
There's like a ballpark that sells like cricket protein bars, right? Though.
Okay.
Why are you interested in that?
Like people eat bugs.
Yeah, people eat bugs. Like,
which is fucking weird. Like,
yeah,
don't
like
eat bugs.
chocolate covered.
I don't care how healthy it is.
Well,
don't eat bugs.
Eat them when like covered in spices or just salt and shit. Like they'll do it just for fun. But I'm not a toad, and I'm not gonna ever do it. So.
You're as dumb as the kid off of How to Eat Fried Worms. Like, why the fuck would you eat a worm? Just like, why the fuck would you eat a bug? Because you're dumb.
But I don't think worms are bugs.
They're still fucking nasty.
What are worms? Are they just like their own things?
I can't describe what a worm is. That's a great question. What is a worm? Put it in the comments, because I don't really know. I just call it a worm. It's not a bug. It's not a bug.
Actually, I don't know.
It's a worm. It's not an animal though either though. So.
What is a worm?
They're just like their own species.
What is a worm considered? Invertebrate animals commonly called worms.
Yeah, they're just their own species. There's earthworm.
Nematodes.
Nematodes? Isn't that from SpongeBob?
Wait, no.
You act like the Nemo? Are you being this?
I was trying to think of how they sounded. Like
they're kind of, sort of insects, I guess.
They say meat,
had a
right?
Cole moment right there.
No, they say meat, right? Like, meat.
I don't even. Maybe something like that, right?
Yeah, they don't say mine. They say meat. They like meat.
Woo!
All right. I think that's
we are fucking geniuses today, dude. We are geniuses.
I think that's a good wrap before we have another fucking brain fart.
Me, Mike.
I don't know. They make a noise.
Guys, don't forget though, the government didn't release footage of UFOs.
No,
they released it identified flying objects.
All right, that was at the beginning. We don't need to hash that.
Okay, it's just like that one podcast where you didn't know that the slogan for Sour Patch Kids meant like they're actually sour first and then they're sweet and then you fucking eating them and they're gone.
Dude, stop bringing this shit up because I forgot that was on one of the last podcasts and now I'm going to fucking roast Cole after this podcast is over.
I can't wait till we have guests on because guests fucking flame Tom. It's so funny.
I mean, Grant didn't really flame him though.
We all talked about his car for fucking 20 minutes.
That doesn't really happen. We all did that.
But, alright, we're rambling on. We gotta end this. So, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment.
We gotta end it?
Yeah, we gotta end it. We're already 35 minutes in.
Yeah, they're all gonna be sad that we end it, but that's okay, because guess what? We have at least 2 podcasts a week.
One with just us and one with another beautiful face. Whoever that might be next, tune in.
Like we said, if you want to be one of those, like, comment, subscribe, go to our Twitter, follow that, comment on all of our tweets, like all of our tweets until we get that attention.
All right, see you guys.